Hello and welcome to Critical Strike, episode 79. I'm Josh, and here with me is my Kyle.
Aw, I love being your Kyle, Josh. How I feel about that. You just kind of went right into it, and then you said some rather vulgar things to me.
That's not going in the show. That never goes in the show. Yeah. The few people who recorded the show with us know what I like to do after we do the intro. I like to bust into a little song.
Yeah, a lot of deets and doots.
A lot of deets and doots. Bust out the deets and doots, and this time I threw a little bit of a curveball at Kyle.
Yeah, he likes to do some things on my face.
In your mouth.
That's even worse.
Yeah, well, I assume that your mouth is part of your face.
So technically I was right.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to help you out.
Okay.
I'm supporting.
It's still pretty bad.
What? Having my...
Yeah, still the act upon my face is terrible.
Yeah. I apologize. That was uncalled for.
Yes, it was.
Maybe one day it'll actually happen, but to say the act is not proper. My bad, sir.
Good.
So here we are.
Here we are.
We're recording a podcast.
Yes. What episode is this? 79?
79.
Look at that.
78 was released last night. Well, when this is edited 2 nights ago. Yeah,
in the recent past.
Well, I wanted to do a music episode for a while, and I said, we couldn't get together last weekend, and so I was going to release a music episode then, but I ended up getting sick, and so I didn't.
I was going to say, you sounded like you've been sick.
Yeah, I've been sick pretty much like the last 2 weeks. So.
Oh, poor Josh.
Yeah. So, I at least got the music episode out now, and the world is cheering. There's a lot of good tunes on it, like the Bastion soundtrack is on there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I have that one amazing song. Dude, you need to play Infamous 2 just to get to the ending theme. Like, fuck the rest of the game, as good as it is, I love that game, it's amazing.
That's right, I have to add that back onto my queue.
Yeah, well, just rush through it and get to the ending.
Just fuck the entire game. Don't enjoy it. Just get to the end. Yeah,
because the ending theme of that is so good. It just fits it perfectly. As I said on the show, like, that albino chick from The Matrix? The one was like, not like this. Not like this. And then the guy pulls a plug and she dies.
Vaguely. In the first one?
Yeah, the albino chick from The Matrix.
Yeah. I'm just trying to... I haven't seen any of those movies in a long time.
You're ruining my flow.
Sorry.
I'm trying to flow.
Okay. Not like this, go.
Okay, and, that's kind of like the feeling that I had at the end of Infamous 2 when everything went down. And then that song came on, and I was like, oh, this is such a good song for the moment. And so I put that at the end of the show, and that made me very happy. And then sad at the same time.
Oh, that's sad.
I was sappy. Saddy. Something. Yeah. So, music episode's out. Followed through with that. Actually, followed through with the promise. We're doing another podcast now. Following through with another promise. Look at us, sir. We're like actually doing this.
I know. We're back in the flow.
Kinda.
Hopefully.
Both have new phones.
Yes, we do. You bought
Droid
the Bionic after I bought it because you saw how much fun I was having with it.
Okay.
It is very awesome.
I paid full retail price for it.
I did not.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind having this phone for a while.
I'm very adverse to contracts. I don't like being held down by the man.
Yeah, I was incredibly surprised that they still kept, when I added the 2 years to my contract, that they still kept my unlimited plan.
Well, they have to. You're grandfathered in.
Yeah, but AT&T, you don't. I think you're no longer grandfathered in.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like Mike Phillips is, and he just got the Motorola Atrix,
Yeah, okay.
and which is kind of like the cousin to our phone.
Well, technically all Android phones are the cousin to our phone.
Yeah, but the Atrix and the Bionic are like almost identical.
Really?
Yeah, they are almost identical.
Oh.
The Bionic's a little bit more powerful. I mean, it's newer, but they are like the closer of the two.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a sweet phone. I can't complain one bit about it.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm glad I finally was able to play Dungeon Defenders a year and a half after I bought it.
Yeah, I still have not played it on the phone. I have it on the iPad. I don't really like it.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. I hate the controls. It just, to me, it reeks of
I need a controller for that.
Yeah, it reeks of a game that needs a keyboard and mouse or a controller. I just don't do touch controls very well. Unless it's a game like Pixel Junk Runner or something like that. Yeah, I love this phone, though. Like 4G speeds? Come on, sir.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm pulling, like, I don't know if you downloaded the speed test app.
I did.
Okay. I'm pulling, like, 22 megabytes down and, like, 7 up.
Yeah, it's insane. It is as fast as my wireless.
Yeah, it's painful when you have to go back to 3G. I will say that. I was at work the other day, and I'm sitting there having a cigarette outside talking to a kid, and my phone switched from 4G to 3G, and he's like, "Hey, you should download this app." So I start to download, and I was like, "Oh, 3G speeds." And he's like, "Oh, look at you having to come back down to the rest of the world."
Yeah. That must feel so terrible for you.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'm a little bit spoiled already." But yeah, it's nice, man. I'm glad that we finally got new phones. The OG was starting to hurt.
Yeah.
My headphone jack didn't work very well anymore.
My the reception at my actual office, not the building I work in, but the room that is assigned to me that has my name on it.
Yeah.
That office, which I was very surprised that I actually had. But anyway, the service is abysmal. So within like 3 hours, my Droid would be dead. But now,
really?
Yeah, my Bionic lasts quite a bit longer.
Good.
And I was actually smart enough to bring along a charger.
Well, our friend Dave got the extended battery.
Yeah, he said that lasts for quite some time.
Yeah, but he's also not using LTE. That's the difference.
Yeah, that is true.
Like when I go to work, they don't have 4G service where I work, so I usually switch the phone just to use CDMA and not LTE.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it conserves the battery. Even then, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and I haven't really noticed a difference because most of where I am is in 4G, so I generally have all of the Gs.
Yeah. I love the bigger screen.
The bigger screen is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very bright and very crisp.
I thought I was going to hate the screen.
Really? Why?
Well, I mean, when the Bionic was first coming out, and I was reading all the impressions of it, everybody was complaining about the pentile screen. Which, basically, if you don't know what a pentile screen is, it's like a little grid of a cluster of 4 pixels each. Like, one's white, one's blue, one's red, the other's white. And
you already said white.
Yeah, I know. It's actually like that.
Oh.
And the way it works is it kind of blends the colors. And if you look close enough, you can see the actual grid.
Yeah. I have noticed the grid, but it doesn't bother me.
And people were complaining about it and saying how horrifying it is and it's a terrible screen and blah, blah, blah. So I went to the Verizon store and picked it up and I was like, unless you actually go out of your way to look for it, it's not that big of a deal. But the beauty of this screen is, and I noticed it the other day at work, is I'm outside and I can read the thing in full sunlight with no problem.
Huh.
Like it looks like I'm holding it inside.
Yeah.
Contrary to the OG and the iPhone where you can barely
you have to jack up the brightest settings and you can barely see anything then.
Exactly.
Have you picked up any of the media dock or the car dock yet?
I have not.
It is the functionality that they've actually made work is everything works now. Like you can actually add custom buttons to the home screens to the car dock.
Really?
Yep.
That is nice.
So I threw Spotify and Google Music on there.
Oh yeah. Google Music? Why?
Well, I like to stream my own personal library.
I'm considering just deleting my entire library because of Spotify.
Yeah, because of Spotify. Spotify is pretty freaking awesome, as we've said. And now with 4G, I can skip things around and scroll ahead in songs, and it skips just like it's actually on the card.
Yeah. Listen to what we're telling you, people. 4G is fast.
My one complaint with this so far was my activation, which was 15 hours of aggravation.
It's different now because with LTE on Verizon, you have to use a SIM card.
SIM card, which is awesome because now you can actually use the internet and talk on the phone.
Right.
So we're with the rest of the world now.
Right. Unless you have to switch back to CDMA.
Yeah. And what was happening is my phone wasn't activating. It was at the, please wait to restart your phone until your phone's been activated. And it was on that screen for hours. I left it on overnight. I eventually had to find another phone to call Verizon to say, I need you to fix my phone so I can actually use it.
Did you got your phone online though, so they sent it to you, right?
No, I was in the store and I waited at the store for an hour while they tried to figure out a way to activate my phone.
Huh. I could tell you exactly what they did wrong.
Oh, I could tell you exactly what they did wrong too. Someone predated my phone to be activated in November.
Really?
Yes.
That is that is embarrassing.
Yeah, because it's some lady from the South. It's like, oh well, I'm looking at your thing and someone made it so on November 13th your phone would activate. That's crazy. Here, let me fix that for you. Okay.
Here you go, sir. Yeah. It's when you told me, oh, be careful for the activation, blah blah, when I was getting mine, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a nightmare because I had just gotten off the Android Central forums too, and people were complaining about activations and everything. And then Dave was like, oh yeah, mine was no problem. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just, Kyle's dumb.
Yeah. It's not Kyle's dumb. It's the freaking guy at the Verizon store who's an idiot is dumb.
And yeah, he's dumb. So I ordered mine online. And it came to me, and I'm opening it up and got the phone all prepped and everything, threw the SIM card in, which is really weird because
it's underneath the SD card.
Well,
they kind of sit on top of each other, which is really weird.
It's a pain in the ass to get in there, but also like the SIM card came in a little like snap-in piece of plastic where I had to like break it off the plastic and to put it in my phone.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh god, if this thing snaps, I'm gonna be so pissed. So I'm like pulling it off, and it took me like 20 minutes to get it into the phone. Yeah,
because you have huge hands, and that's a very tiny space.
Okay, yeah. It was a pain in the ass. And then, I boot up the phone, and I get the same thing. Please wait while your phone activates. And I was like, okay, I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And like 10 minutes later, I was like, maybe I missed something here. So I started going through the manuals that Verizon gave me. And it's like, oh, please dial this number, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you have to dial a number.
Activate your 4G service on your phone because it has to be under 4G to activate. And so I call it and it says blah, blah, blah. And basically what it's doing is it's allowing your phone into their firewall. It's telling you, okay, you have the phone, allow this phone to go through. And so I call it, and like 10 minutes after I call that number, boom, the phone activates. And I was like, haha, fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah, and then you sent me a message, I'm on 4G, asshole. Or something like that. I'm like, oh, why did you have to have the easy way?
Because I follow instructions.
Well, see, the guy wouldn't let me touch the phone. He's like, okay, I called the numbers, so everything should be good. No, that's not true. It was not good, because you're an idiot.
It's so weird, too, because, like, when I was reading the forums, there's people who, in Verizon, they couldn't figure out how to activate the phone, so they were taking the 4G SIM card from the Bionic and throwing it into, like, a demo unit of the Thunderbolt to activate it, because that activates differently.
Huh.
And it's like, well, didn't we train our people how to activate this fucking phone?
Yeah, the guy who was the guy, I think I had the first Bionic he actually had to set up. He was aware of the 4G and all that stuff, but he's like, I have no idea how to actually open up this phone.
Oh, no.
And it's weird because the back is all one piece, so you actually have to pry off the back.
Yeah.
And then I saw him do that, and I was cringing, and then I actually looked, and I'm like, oh, there's no little sliding thing that he slides off. It just pops off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed with it. It's a very impressive phone, but goddamn rest in peace, the OG. That thing lasted us forever.
I know. I actually have mine. I use it as an alarm clock.
Hey, I do too. At work, I'm kind of known as the guy who has too many cell phones. And
yeah, because you still use your iPhone as your media player, don't you?
Well, here's the thing.
You used to until Spotify.
Yeah, well, I still use it for podcasts and stuff. But I have the original iPhone Edge, which I used as an alarm clock prior to now my OG Droid, which now I have to find something else for. Yeah. I will use it. I guarantee you I will use it.
Paperweight? Paperweight?
Yeah, maybe. The iPhone 3G is my MP3 player, kind of like my iPod Touch. My OG Droid is now my alarm clock. And now I have the Bionic. But also, I charged up my Windows Mobile 4 phone the other day.
Why would you do that?
I'm going to find a purpose for it.
Oh, God,
I don't care.
I will explode it all over me.
You're an idiot.
I am an idiot.
So I'm trying to find uses for all my various technologies.
Oh,
but yeah,
that's nice of you.
Yeah, well, I don't want them to go to waste, sir. I spent valuable money on those. I mean, Verizon, when I ordered the phone, they sent me a little bag saying, "Oh, recycle your own phone. We'll give you like $100 and blah blah blah."
No. They're not going to give you $100. They're going to give you $5 for the original Droid. I already looked into it.
Well, no, when I bought my phone, that was under a deal where I can get $100 for it. Online.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it, and I was like, I don't know if I want to put it in this body bag. It's, I'm not ready to part with it yet. Maybe like in another 7 years.
So morbid. Body bag? Jesus, Josh. But
somebody get him a body bag. Yeah, Karate Kid.
Put him in a body bag.
Yeah.
God, right. Josh, get the line right.
Yeah, look, my movie quotes aren't here with me today. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So we talked about the music episode. We talked about our new phones.
Yep.
How's the new Gerb?
New Gerb is exactly what I expected it to be. So no problems there. Like I said, I was very surprised when I walked in. It's like, okay, here's the extension to your office. So when you use your phone, here's all the information. I'm like, wait, what do you mean my office? She's like, oh yeah, you've got an office. And it's kind of a large office too.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that. My little Kyle's moving up in the world.
I know. It's finally focusing on a very, very niche position paid off.
Good. You're back in Philly, though?
I am back in Philly, work in Wilmington. Commutes as long as it was before. The pay is much, 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 much higher than it was before, which is awesome.
Maybe Kyle can get some games now.
Yeah, I'm not living paycheck to paycheck for the first time in my life ever, and it is a very good feeling.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Nance is happy about it.
Yeah, Nance is very happy. I finally make more money than her.
Yeah, that was always kind of a staple between you two. I forgot about that. So competitive.
Yeah, it's why I love her.
Yeah.
But everything, I'm not stressed out. I'm relaxed. I feel good. Everything is good.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, dude. I mean, it still sucks to get up on a morning and go to work, but
yeah, it absolutely does suck. But
now you feel like you're accomplishing something.
I know, and I've been fixing things left and right. I've been doing good work. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. Until you realize you're doing the same thing over and over, and then you want to kill yourself.
Yeah. And I know that's coming, so when it does happen, I'm not going to be, oh man, this sucks.
Yeah. At that point, it's like, yeah, I'm just doing this for a paycheck.
Yeah, and I mean, at that point, it's like, okay, I've been here for X amount of years, time to move to a different firm and get paid more money.
Look at you.
Yep.
Got it all planned out.
A loose plan. And then that's until Nancy goes, oh, by the way, I got a job in Las Vegas, so you got to move.
Then you're like, no.
Shit.
I don't want to move to Vegas.
I don't want to move to Vegas. It's a city in the middle of a desert. Something happens. That city's done.
Let's not go into that.
Yeah, let's not get into my perfectly reasonable fears.
No. That's not reasonable. No, I'm not going down this path. Maybe another show we will talk about that. We'll dedicate a show to your stupidity.
What?
Yeah. Even Nancy agrees with me.
Oh, Nancy is the pot calling the kettle black.
All right,
but I won't get into what...
Before you end up back on the list.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah. So, what have you been playing lately, sir?
It's pretty much just been bouncing back between Deus Ex and Space Marine.
Hey, how did you like at the end of the last episode Mike Phillips calling you out on being wrong about everything?
Whatever. I don't care. I genuinely enjoy Human Revolution.
I had a good chuckle over that.
It takes a certain type of person to play it, and he is not that person.
Apparently, neither is anybody else I know.
Everybody I've talked to is absolutely in love with it. One I could name 2, 3.
We know different people.
Yeah,
and my people are better. Oh snap! Oh snap!
We're gonna have to put that to the test at some point.
Oh snap!
Oh snap!
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I still have not played the game. It's not my thing.
Yeah,
too
sci-fi.
I can understand like some people's complaints. I can't understand some people's complaints as well. Like boss battles. What's wrong with boss battles? I love boss battles.
Apparently, they feel out of place and they're kind of lame. But
I just love them.
The second boss fight is so awesome. It is. It's genuinely awesome. Like, you have to... I'm not going to get into it. Because it's spoilers.
Oh, who cares?
I care. And it's actually a relatively new game, so maybe in a month or two I'll spoil it.
Well, the way that I view it is you can't talk about a game in terms of spoilers for up to 2 years until the games come out. Been out.
Whatever. But it's a fun game. I like it. Whatever, people who have differing opinions.
Okay, so you're still playing that?
Yep. And then I got Space Marine, which I'm very glad I got before I had to move. Got it the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't actually play it until I think last week. It's very fun.
It's just a shooter, isn't it?
It's a third-person shooter, but again, it's $40K, so I'm obligated as a fanboy to love it, and I do.
So basically, it's like Gears of Warhammer, for what I hear.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate description of what the game is.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
About a few months ago, when we were in Boston.
Yes.
We did another person's show, that Gamer Hub, which, by the way, rest in peace. You made a statement during that show that you hate everybody who plays Gears of War.
Yes.
And so basically, you're playing Gears of War.
No, see, I hate Gears of War because all the characters are like super testosterone men snorting testosterone off of other man's abs. That's why I don't like it.
So basically, it's Warhammer, is what you're telling me, because that's how Warhammer is.
No, Warhammer is just terribly violent because everything sucks because it's the future in space.
There is no difference between the two.
There's differences.
No.
Gears of War is a terrible ripoff of Warhammer.
No.
Yep.
Just like Warhammer is a terrible ripoff of StarCraft.
Why? Why, Josh? Why? We've had this argument 1,000 times. And 1,000 times you make me hate you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I do. I had to bring that up, though, because... No, not the StarCraft thing, but that you said that in Boston, but yet, strangely enough, you're basically playing Gears of War.
No, I understand that I'm playing a similarly designed game to Gears of War, but the subject matter is different. I don't hate the main character, and I don't think the premise of the game is stupid.
So does it pick up from, like, Warhammer 2 at all?
No, it's a completely different... You follow a different chapter. You follow the Ultramarines.
Okay.
3 dudes. What I did... there's a few things that I did notice that are kind of like, oh, I can't believe they did that, or I can't believe they did this. So they're recycling a lot of dialogue from the Dawn of War series.
Oh, no.
Which isn't bad, because the dialogue from Dawn of War is actually good.
Yeah,
it's a lot of the same voice actors, but that makes sense because it's all Relic. Which Relic can pretty much make anything, and it's guaranteed that I will play it and love it at this point.
Much like me with Blizzard.
Yes. And kind of much same with me with Blizzard, but...
You haven't played StarCraft 2?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I played the like the 10-hour guy that you gave me.
You didn't play. You didn't beat the game.
No, I didn't. Although I suppose I can now buy it, but maybe later.
You're a monster.
I am a monster. But they recycle a lot of the dialogue. What else did they do that I'm like, oh, the multiplayer is absolutely terrible. It is awful.
What do you mean? Like it doesn't work, or it's just bad?
It doesn't. Honestly, it didn't work. You know how in Battlefield Bad Company 2 or Battlefield Bad Company, whatever the one
2.
that I played with you guys.
Yeah.
There was that
Battlefield
one.
Bad Company.
Yeah.
Battlefield Bad Company 2.
You held points and then you gained points, and whoever was the first person to this many points wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I popped in it. This is the only multiplayer game that I played. I popped into that mode, and then we were capturing points, and we were holding on to them, and we were getting XP and all this stuff, but nobody was gaining points. Like we weren't achieving what we were supposed to achieve, so everything was just stagnating at like the numbers were going up, and then they hit a point where they would not go up anymore.
Maybe it was something like you had to get all the points for it to proceed?
We got all the points.
So you capped them.
So we capped them. Nothing happened.
Huh.
We lost points. They got They captured points. Nothing happened. So our scores were not increasing. So after 40 minutes of playing this game, I'm like, this is broken. I can't play it. This is stupid.
Huh.
Yeah. But it was pretty nice because you could, I don't know if, I'm sure other games have done this, but you can copy someone else's loadout.
Yeah.
So then I had the last cannon. I was blasting folks. But the multiplayer's dumb. I didn't like it.
Can you do like orcs versus people?
No, it's Space Marines versus Chaos Space Marines.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty much an elaborate palette swap.
No, because I like the orcs on the Warhammer series.
Yeah, they are funny. That's primarily who you fight in Space Marine, are the orcs.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, and you only fight like 4 different types. You fight Gretchens and Slugga boys, normal guys, a few knobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The combat, I can picture getting stale to other people. There's like 4 or 5 combos that you can do, but you can regain health by absolutely murdering the person you're fighting, which is awesome.
Similarly to Gears of War.
Can you?
Yeah, I guess. I just know that people like the head stomp.
Oh.
The curb stomp.
Well, you can curb stomp, or you can shove your lightning infused axe through their, how did that go? It went up through the chin, decapitated the guy, and then you slice again and you cut him in half.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Blood's everywhere. It's awesome. I don't picture a lot of people enjoying it just because it's it's for fanboys. It's made for fanboys, and it's awesome if you're a fanboy.
Yeah, as far as I know, you're the only person who's played it as anybody that I know.
In the group?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I think it's fun. So, other people probably won't. You probably won't like it.
Does it have co-op for the single player?
No, that kills me. I absolutely thought it would have co-op. So it's 2 games Relic made for $40K that should have online co-op, but does not.
Yeah, because I was like, maybe I'll gamefly it and I'll go through it with you.
Yeah, but no, that's not the case. That's absolutely irritating.
Yeah, that is really 1998 of them.
But whatever. That's one of the things that also made me upset, was that there was no co-op. Because this is a game that I would like to play with other people.
Yeah, I can see it. Any game is fun going through with another person.
Oh, yeah. There's even rumor that I might even attempt to play Gears of War 1 with another person.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'll become the very thing I hate the most.
I have Gears of War 3 here.
Ah, god damn it, Josh. Why would you?
I did not buy it.
What?
I gameflied it.
Oh, okay. That's even worse. You wasted a GameFly slot.
I have 3 slots.
That's a lot of slots.
Yeah.
One would say too many.
I would say too many. But I told Pete I would gamefly it to try Horde mode with him because he's been really excited about that. So. I'll give that a go. I have no interest in the single player or anything else that has to do with the game. Like I'll just play horde mode
Okay.
for like 10 minutes and send it back.
Neat.
Yeah. You can hear the enthusiasm on my voice.
I know.
Like Gears of
I'm
War
like,
3.
yeah, there's nothing for me to work with. You're just like, eh.
Yeah, it's Gears of War.
It's not winning any points.
No.
No.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So Space Marines, cool but disappointing is what I gathered.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. It's awesome, kind of disappointing.
All right.
I mean, there's a few other games that's in the hopper, but I don't know if you want to talk about those.
I think we should get like Limbo out of the way.
All right, you can get Limbo out of the way.
Put that to rest.
Okay.
I haven't beaten it. I gave up on it.
I'm almost done. Done.
I have no interest in going back to that game. It's just boring. It's bland. Like everybody made a big deal about the art style, and it's cool how it looks.
Yeah.
Like it's a very artsy game, and I appreciate that. But it has no soul or substance to it. Like, I don't care about the kid. Like, I remember people telling me that they felt bad whenever the kid got killed.
Yeah, I don't feel particularly bad. I see that kid die all the time.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's just like, it's boring and stupid, so how can I have any interest in it when it's not doing anything to pull me into it? You know, it's just, it's just so bad, in my opinion. And it's so short, too. I just couldn't justify buying it, so thanks for Pete.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. Oh, I also have to thank Pete for all of the Assassin's Creed games that I've been playing. I didn't thank him last time.
Well, you can thank me for Brotherhood.
Okay, well, thank you for Brotherhood.
Yeah. Yeah, Limbo, man, it's just, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, you said it pretty well. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I'm glad I didn't spend money on it.
I like some of the puzzle aspects that it does.
The puzzles are kind of fun. Some of them are not very obvious at first.
Yeah.
The art style is cool, but like you said, there's no attachment. There's no reason to like the kid.
Not at all. Like the whole spider sequence was kind of cool the first 5 times.
And then you had to keep fighting him again and again and again.
It just kept dragging itself out, and I think the more that it prolonged those things, I just got bored. And like Mike and everybody kept telling me, when you get to the section where you're at the hotel sign,
yeah,
that's like the halfway point, and it goes all downhill from there. It just gets even worse. And so I got to the hotel sign, I went a little bit further, and I was like, yep, they're pretty much right, I'm done. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm being a little bit too harsh on it because everybody loved it, but the art style and the graphics alone can't get me through it.
That's kind of a shame.
I don't know why it's a shame. It's just not good. It was overhyped. It's not a good game.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's not.
It's got a
No,
rating.
It doesn't even have that. It has like a
Is that how we base our rating system now, on onomatopoeias?
Yeah. You have shameful groans, which is like a and then
that's a painful, like, oh god, I just got a nail in my hand.
Okay, that's well, then that would be Limbo. Limbo would be the type one. Where like you sat on a rock and it went into your butthole type thing. Where you sat on your nuts.
Oh god, that's terrible. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
I need a nut cup.
Yeah.
Or a nut bra.
So I mean that's as much as I want to talk about Limbo. It's not very good, in my opinion.
It's short. I'm sure if I put in another probably half hour, I'll beat it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's only like 2 hours long, dude.
Yeah, well, I said I'm almost done with it.
Yeah, I'm almost done with it too. I just can't bring myself to go back. It's so boring.
I can't believe Gears of War 3 has a 9.0 on GameFly. Fuck everybody.
So hateful.
Whatever. Fuck you.
I mean, such a good game that I went out and got it. Because I always buy the hits.
Yeah. And then you return them a week later.
I'm expecting this to be like a day later. All right. So you got anything else on your little list here that you want to talk about?
No, I could talk about these two later. I have no real...
Just like Gears of War and Limbo, sir, you are disappointing me.
I've been busy. I moved. I've been getting adjusted to a new life.
Alright, well, I already talked about Limbo.
You did?
Basically. I stole your thunder on that one. A game that I want to go back and talk about a little bit. When it first came out, I kind of shit all over it. And for good reason. It's not very good, but I've found a way to have fun with it. And that's Boarderlands. Which, right before we went to Funspot, I was all over. I was playing it every night.
Yeah, I was surprised you played it as much as you did.
Yeah. It started out by, Pete bought it on his PSN account, and we all planned on playing co-op, which really hasn't broken out yet. Like, a few times it has.
Yeah, we did it a few times.
And I'm a little bit more thankful that we haven't, because I got to kind of just do it on my own and get a feel for the game. And I still stand by a lot of things I said, like the environment, how bland it is, never changes throughout the game. And that gets a little tiresome after a while.
How far did you get?
I'm a bit past New Haven.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's still kind of broken down desert everywhere.
Yeah. In each area that you go to, there's a different type of enemy. But for the most part, you're always fighting the same things. And that gets a little bit boring, too. But overall, I am a lot more happy with the game. I spent a lot of time with it. I switched from, what was it, the chick?
The siren to the soldier, right?
Yep, to a soldier. Which made the game a lot more enjoyable to me. I think playing the siren, it was just needlessly more difficult.
Yeah, playing the siren is hard. I actually went with the sniper, and he's a pretty good time.
Yeah. And with the soldier, I had so much more fun because I actually feel like I'm able to do these missions on my own. Like, unless we were doing a co-op with the siren, I was having a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's just weak, and the soldier,
you have to know how to use the siren because she can be stupidly strong.
Right, and I can see that, but it also just felt more boring to me.
Okay.
Like with the soldier, it's just like go in, drop my sentry gun, and destroy everything.
Yeah.
Like that one cave that we go in, I did a co-op with you, where you have all those badass guys. Like I was able to take them all out on my own.
Okay.
In the single player, and I'm talking 4 badass raiders or whatever they were.
Yeah.
And being able to do that on my own just felt really accomplishing. And I liked the skills that the soldier gets as well. Like he auto regens ammo.
That's really cool. I also like the fact that his gun will shoot allies and heal them. I thought that was really funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so overall, I'm rescinding a lot of what I said about it a long time ago. It is a much more enjoyable game than I thought it is. It has its problems. I'm not gonna lie.
But you just needed to give it. You honestly just needed to give it its fair shake. That's what you needed to do.
I didn't help myself even back then because I was playing the siren as well back then, and I just wasn't willing to try anything else because I liked the way the siren came off as. It's kind of like a World of Warcraft rogue in a way.
Yeah.
But it just, to me, didn't really seem to work in this game. But yeah, I'm excited for Borderlands 2 now, I have to say.
I am also excited for Borderlands 2.
And if they do what they're saying they're doing, like mixing up the environments a bit more. Like, I like the desert. It's cool. Everything feels really desolate, and it looks good.
But after 10 or 13 hours, it's... I mean, even Fallout shakes it up. Yeah. And you're in a wasteland.
I mean, they showed off, a snow environment and everything, which is cool. But, I would like them to go, let's go tropical. let's get some fucking jungles and palm trees out there and stuff. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. And the siren could be like the Predator.
Yeah, definitely, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Over
just
here.
mix it up. Yeah, I know you were in like in an abandoned wasteland and everything like that. I don't know if 2 takes place like directly with 1, but just
Jungles
mix it
can
up.
be an abandoned wasteland.
Yeah, they can. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. The world almost came off like a fucking nuclear bomb was dropped.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I'm definitely excited for the second one. I'm glad I went further with this one now. And I'll probably go back to it too. Like, I'm actually hoping to beat it at some point.
Yeah. Maybe we could beat it co-op.
Yeah, maybe.
Because what's your soldier?
I think he's like level 30 something now.
God damn it. I have to catch up.
Yeah, I don't know what level I'm at. It's been a while since I played it. I'm at least like mid-20s.
Yeah,
Mid to late
I
20s.
think I'm around there. I think I'm early 20s.
Okay. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, with the soldier, it's weird too. Like, I've been using the same gun for like 15 levels.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything that's even close to it.
Could you get an epic?
Yeah, I believe so. But like, you would think like going from early on, because I got that weapon very early on.
That happens a lot because you're going to find a lot of like shitty guns. Every once in a while, there's going to be an awesome gun in the store.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been checking there as well. And then, kind of like Borderlands, like I picked up, what's that? Dead Island. And I played that a bit with Pete, and that game has way too many problems to even put any effort into right now. But when they patch it, I'm hoping that that's going to be good too, because it's basically like Fallout meets Borderlands. And so hopefully when they fix that up, that'll be like my new kick. That'll get me going with that type of game again. Until Borderlands 2 at least. What?
Nothing. Buggy.
What?
That game's a buggy piece of crap.
Oh, it is a buggy piece of crap. It's not as bad on PC.
No?
I will say that. But yeah, on the PS3 and from what I hear, the 360 as well. Like, I know like Jimmy Chips, James Tilton,
He lost like what, 2 hours of progress after he saved it and confirmed the save?
like 2 or 4 hours of progress multiple times. Yeah.
At that point,
Yeah,
I'd just be like, fuck that. I'm not. That's too much aggravation. I'd be done with it.
The game is weird though. You can't save anytime you want. Like, I can't just hit pause, save. Like, it saves when it gets to a checkpoint. You can't save at all on your own.
That sucks.
And so, he would get to a checkpoint, he would see the save icon, close out the game. The next time he goes, yeah, he's 4 hours lost progress because it apparently didn't save. And yeah, so I stopped playing the game right then and there because of that. I'm not going to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
So hopefully when they fix it, I'll be able to sink my teeth into that. I mean, it's cool. I think like I actually like that kind of game now after Borderlands. So yeah, it feels a little bit nice to
Expand your game repertoire.
No, to speak good about a game that I trashed before.
Yeah, you needed to experience it in a different way. That's what you needed to do.
Well, my hand was also a bit forced on this one. With everybody else playing it and everybody saying, oh, we should do co-op, blah, 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 I kind of had no choice but to dive into it. So don't force my hand too often or I might end up hating you guys. Other than that, I picked up a game on Steam called Hard Reset. And
I've been seeing that game pop up on the list every so often. What is that game? What is it?
Hard Reset is like a cyberpunk shooter, in a way. I like it because it's a very throwback shooter. It goes back to like the days of Doom, Quake, and now Painkiller, and how it plays. It doesn't play like a Half-Life or a Halo type shooter. It's like a Twitch run and gun shooter.
Okay.
And that's why I love it. I love those types of games. And this one's no different. It does everything well. You have two main guns. One's like a little, like a combat rifle type thing. And the other one is like an energy gun.
Okay.
And that's basically it. But the difference is you can upgrade them in this one. So like I attached a rocket launcher to my combat rifle and you can install different pieces to them to make them different. And you can switch, even though you have that one gun, and I'm installing these pieces to them, by switching weapon types, like if I hit like one on my keyboard I would go to my fist in Doom. If I hit 2, I go to another weapon.
Yeah.
And this one, same thing, but I'm using the same gun, but it switches between, grenade launcher or flamethrower, blah, blah, on the combat rifle.
Ooh.
So that's kind of cool.
Oh, so it's like the gun in The Fifth Element.
Yeah, kind of, pretty much. And you just keep upgrading them. And it's a very short game, but it's also $30. It's not very expensive.
Okay.
It has no multiplayer.
Really?
Unfortunately, yeah. They said I think the developer was a little bit unsure of it, and they said if the game does well and people love it, they will probably release a multiplayer mode. From what I've been reading, kind of like to me, it has like kind of the Torchlight feel to it, where they put this game out there to get it started, and then they build off of that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really cool. Like it is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the better shooters I've seen in a while. You're in a city. There's neon lights everywhere. The buildings are really tall. It just looks amazing. I took a couple screenshots. I'll probably post one on the website. But you're fighting a lot of robots, which would be good for you, because you love your robots.
I do love robots. Do you fight in a robot?
Not that I know of, no. You just fight a lot of robots.
Okay.
And some really tall robots.
Oh, okay. I'll accept tall robots.
I like how I could be like, yeah, this new Mario game is pretty cool, but it's the same old thing, but there is a tall robot. And Kyle's like, I'm going to go get that.
I'm in.
And a Wii. Yeah, it's nice. The environment plays a big role in this game.
How so?
There's little generators on the side of streets and everything else, and where you can shoot power supplies on the side of a building, and when it arcs out, it'll destroy the wave of enemies because they're robots. They need energy, and it basically blows them up.
Okay.
So you're not only dependent on your weapons that you're holding, but you can use the environment as well. Like you can blow up a car because there's cars everywhere. It's like an abandoned city basically, and that plays a big role in it. Or there's these enemies. This one robot that charges after you, like. He's almost like a fucking bull. He like scrapes his leg on the ground and then starts charging at you. And you can quickly move out of the way. And I did that, and he ran into like an explosive barrel and blew himself up. So there's just so many different ways to kill things in this game. And I think that's why I love it, is because it does go back to that old school style of shooter. So for $30, I can't really complain one bit about it.
All right.
It's neat. I'm happy I bought it. I hope they release the multiplayer thing, because I do want to start getting back into those Twitch shooters. Like I played a little bit of Quake Live recently and stuff like that.
How is Quake Live? Is that any good? Should I learn how to play Quake?
Well, I mean, everybody knows how to play Quake. Do you know how to play Quake?
I've never played Quake.
What?
Yeah.
You've never played Quake 1?
I might have played it once or twice.
Oh my god. This is something you probably should have never told me. Quake is one of my favorite series of all time.
Well, let's see if I'm registered on Quake Live. I might be.
Well, Quake 1 was really, really sweet. Quake 2, sweet, but not so great. Quake 3, they basically sped the game up, and it was like pretty much all multiplayer. Now, Quake Live is basically Quake 3 that plays in your browser.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I know the premise of it.
Yeah. It works out really well, actually. I'm surprised that they were able to pull it off. Like, I think it even has like voice chat support and everything all in your browser, and it's free. So
Jesus, I don't know if my computer's going to be able to handle it.
Oh, your computer can, dude. Quake 3 is like a 10-year-old game at this point. It's like a 12-year-old game. It'll be able to support it. But no, twitchy shooters, I love them. I've been longing for a good one since like Painkiller and now Hard Reset. So I mean, if you have $30 sitting on your Steam account and you're bored and you wanna, it's a pretty short game too, from what I hear. I'm not done with it yet, but I heard it's only like 5-7 hours max, if that.
Okay.
But it's just so beautiful, looking up in the environment, seeing all the neon lights, and upgrading your weapons, and destroying hordes of robots.
Hooray!
Because nobody likes robots. They're bad. NHL 12.
Oh, that's not a surprise.
No, not at all. I have the EA Early Access thing.
What is that?
So, basically, it's like you spend money, you get a season ticket, so you can download all their games. Like, games come out on Tuesdays, so that Friday morning, I can download the game and play it all weekend before the game comes out. And so I did that with Madden. That basically let me try Madden to see if I was going to like it, which I did not. NHL, I spent probably like a good 30 to 40 hours that weekend playing it before the game came out. Yeah, I did not break away from that game at all. NHL 12, though, is a massive improvement over last year's.
Really? And I thought you loved last year. Yeah,
I did, but this one is worlds better. Last year, the defense kind of sucked. I was able to basically, I don't know if you've ever played the old NHL 93 and 94 and 96
I loved 94.
Okay. Back then, there was always, each year they changed the way that you can score, basically. Like in 93, you can just skate right up to the goalie, deke him out real quick, and shoot. And it always went in. 94 and 96 were big on one-timers. So last year's game kind of went back to like the 93 thing, where I could basically skate right up to the goalie, move my stick left, right, and shoot it in every time. This year, the defense is a dick, and I love it. If you try to skate right up the middle, they will knock your ass over and laugh at you. So the defense has been drastically improved this year. On top of that, the hitting is worlds better. Last year, you kind of just bounced off of each other. It didn't really do much. It didn't feel like you were hitting anybody. This year, you are destroying them, which has been really fun playing online with Pete because we're both hitting each other like bastards. So the hitting and defense alone made the game feel completely different. But on top of that, they made goalies dynamic. So every year up until this year, you weren't able to hit a goalie or blind him or really fuck with him at all. So that kind of took a lot of the game out of hockey. So now, like, if I'm playing a team play game with Pete, I can be rushing the puck up. He can go skate in front of the goalie and kind of like hit him a little bit to try to knock him over, or stand right in front of his field of vision.
All right.
So he can't see where the puck is coming from. So that adds a complete different section to the game. Like now we can strategize on how we're going to score by blinding the goalie or trying to get in his way and while the slap shot's coming towards him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I know you're not that much of a hockey guy, so I'm trying not to nerd out too much. So now having the goalies dynamic and the hitting and the defense, it feels like a full-fledged actual hockey game. And last year was great, but this year took it up like another 10 notches. Which is weird for a sports game because usually they don't improve that much. But it did. And they added...
So what you're saying is I probably should get this game.
Yeah, I would recommend it to anybody because we're having a lot of fun with the online Be It Pro mode. So, like, we all make characters, or players, and it's cool this year because, say I make a character, I can set his stats for any position he's going to play as, be it center, left wing, right wing, defense, or goalie. And then, like, we all have a team. So we join together, we play, like, I'm the center, or I can be any position, actually. And then we play up against other people who have custom players. And this is my first time ever playing in the team mode, so usually like I'm just used to handling every player on my own. And now I have to worry about, okay, Pete's coming up this wing, I got Mike coming up that way. Now I need to try to get one of them open for a pass so they can shoot it in. And it's completely different to me, which is really cool. And we played a game, I think a 6-player game we played online, completely flawless.
Really? Like no issues at all.
No lag, no anything. It was flawless.
Nice.
And the best part was, of all people, Mike Phillips was checked into the other player's bench. So like he got hit, went over the boards, and landed into the player's bench, which was great. You can break the glasses here, which you could do in the older games too, but being able to check somebody through the glass any year is amazing. This game is just great, dude. It is a vast improvement. I love the shit out of it. Like, gamefly it, Maybe you'll like it.
Maybe at PS3?
360. Ooh. Yeah, we I think the 360 is kind of becoming our sports system this year.
Okay. Let me add it right now.
I like it. It's I mean, of course I'm going to like it. I like the NHL. My major complaint, though, is last year NBA 2K11 had this big Jordan thing. They really based the game around Michael Jordan and, you know, how amazing he is and everything.
Uh-huh.
So NHL this year, they added a Legends team built up of, you know, legends and history of hockey.
Okay.
My complaint about that is they basically have 4 legends and the rest are filled with current players. That's not a Legends team. You know, like I can build a Legends team easily just off the top of my head. But what they did is, and the game is made in Vancouver, so you have the Vancouver Canucks. They basically took 4 Vancouver Canuck players and put them on the Legends team. That's bullshit. I mean, they don't have Maurice Rocket Richard, Bobby Orr of all people, one of the greatest defensemen in hockey history, isn't on the Legends team. Come on. They do have Wayne Gretzky, and for Mike Phillips, they have Jeremy Roenick. So, I mean, they have some legends, but then I can't understand why you would call it a Legends team and have current players. That's, to me, it's just bullshit. Like, that's almost an insult to any hockey fan, I would say.
They've got some guy who's a giant on there, right? He's got the longer than regulation stick.
Zdeno Chara, who plays for the Boston
Okay.
Bruins. Yeah. The guy's like 6'8". I don't know why he would bring up his stick, but...
No, it's just the little things that I know, is that he has a longer than regulation stick.
Well, he has to. Because
he's so big.
Yeah. And he's on the Legends team, which, you know, maybe in a few years, you know, once he's retired and as the years go on, he'll be considered a legend for the time. You know, any of these guys that are on the Legends team might be a legend someday, but they're not a legend right now.
Huh.
That's my point, you know? So it's just kind of a slap in the face. I don't like it at all. I don't know. I mean, the legends that they have, I do approve of it. I mean, they have Ray Bork on there, Wayne Gretzky, Jeremy Roenick. Huh?
I said pork.
Okay, Swedish chef. Piece of shit. I hate the Swedish chef. Gordie Howe is on there, and I know all these names are going over people's heads right now, so it's just understand that that's a bit frustrating that they call it a Legends team and it's not. So if there's one bad thing about this game, it's that, in my opinion. But again, the Legends team isn't really a big focus. They added the Winter Classic this year. That's really big.
Okay.
Do you know what the Winter Classic is?
No, I don't.
Okay, the Winter Classic is... The Bruins did the Winter Classic 2 years ago. And what it is it's an outdoor pond hockey game. So they built a hockey rink in the middle of Fenway Park, basically.
Okay.
And it was the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Boston Bruins. And they're playing in basically old school conditions. Like they are actually outside playing hockey on a pond in Fenway Park, basically. And the players love it. They do it once a year. Everybody seems to love the Winter Classic, so they added the mode into the game this year. And so you're playing in whatever the Pittsburgh Steelers stadium is. I don't remember. Heinz Field, I think it is. So you're playing in there because Pittsburgh hosted it last year. And it's snowing while you're playing, and it's just a different environment to hockey. It's just kind of cool that they added that in there. I'm pleased. I love this game a lot. And you don't really care.
No, I'm glad. You convinced me to actually add a sports game to my queue, Josh.
Well, it's hockey. Everybody likes hockey. They just don't want to admit to it. Besides, you are somewhat of a fan of hockey.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get into it again this season.
Really?
Yep.
Who's your team?
Guess.
The Winnipeg Jets.
The Flyers.
You know, you were my rival, right?
Yep.
Hey, we're opening up against each other this year.
Doesn't the season start soon?
Yeah, I think October 6th. Which is awesome because when you guys are there for our season opener, you get to watch us raise the Stanley Cup banner. So take that.
Nice little
Flyers
FU.
fans. Yep, we fucking ran you out last year.
Let's see when the Flyers start.
You start October 6th against the Boston Bruins.
Okay.
And you get to watch us raise the Stanley Cup banner. So take that. So, sir, why don't you let them know how they can get in contact with us?
All right. There are the standard ways. You can send us a message on Twitter. You can send one to Josh at @Nasro, myself at KR Dumond, or the podcast at Critical Strike. Leave us a voicemail at 909-C-STRIKE or 909-278-7453. You can send us an email at cstrikepodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave us an iTunes review.
Which we do appreciate.
We do.
And you can check out all the other fine Platform Nation podcasts over at platformnation.com. Some of our friends like FOI and the Rumble Pack. So we would appreciate that as well. Also, rest in peace to That Gamer Hub.
Yes.
They're calling it quits.
That's sad.
Hey, at least we got to be on there.
Yeah, we did.
In some form or another.
Yeah.
That show is still an embarrassment to me.
That show's kind of a blur.
It should be a blur to you. You were drunk. It was 3 a.m. and you were drunk.
Well, to be fair, it skipped an hour.
Oh, yeah, it did. Well, so it was 4 a.m. when we finished.
No, we finished at 2, and it skipped to 3.
Okay. Yeah, because the bars were just getting out.
Yeah, which is why we couldn't find a fucking cab.
Yeah, that was bad. It took like 45 minutes to get back to the hotel.
God, just remembering that's making me angry.
I remember you yelling at the one of the cabs, "Fuck you, Bo!"
Yeah, fuck you. We'll keep walking.
The guy was like, "What did you say? Like $25?"
No, it was $40.
Oh yeah. And I was like, "All right, let's go." And you're like, "No, fuck that." I was like, "I just want to go to bed."
I was drunk and angry.
Yeah, you were. All right. We will hopefully see you guys in 2 weeks.
All right. Yeah. Wait. I have a wedding next week. My schedule is clear next Saturday. We should be okay.
All right. So 2 weeks it is. It's a date, sir.
All right. I will see you then. I will be wearing my lucky thong.
All right. Goodbye, guys.
Good night.